absolutely cannot be having conversation around climate, environment, ocean matters without including one of the most important demographies ever, the youth. So we're joined by student at the Caribbean Maritime University, Aryan Patrawala. Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
All right. So how have you you know what, let me just rephrase that because I don't want to assume that you're enjoying the film. But what did you think about the documentary?
I thought it was very insightful. I thought it put into perspective a lot of the issues and how it's actually remediable in like a very short term rather than how we may have thought that it's infeasible. I thought it actually quite fixable if we have like proper corporate action being done and government action being done in tandem.
All right. So when you go back home or when you're engaging with your friends, what are you going to tell them to make them watch the film?
I tried to, this film tried to break it down and relay that the ocean environment is similar to the above land environment in terms of like the rainforest and correlating coral landscapes to the ocean, to the above land rainforest. So I tried to put it into perspectives like that and just show that the diversity down there is so vast that it's not even comparable to what is actually above land.
Okay, wow, it sounds like you were totally zoned into this film, which is good. And so this film surrounds the overall event, which is around the high seas and the high seas treaty. And so I want to ask you what excites you most about Jamaica's participation in the high seas treaty.
So for Jamaica's participation in the high seas treaty, I think that would be quite beneficial in terms of us cementing ourselves as a regional leader, if not international leader, as a champion for environmental stewardism, and just being part of the tally that contributes to the 60 needed for the full global ratification. I think that would be quite good in terms of protecting biodiversity beyond national jurisdiction.
So I often ask others this question: how can we engage young people, make them more actively involved in matters of global ocean conservation? So what's your perspective on that?
So my perspective on that would be to try not to say that the youth are stupid, but to bring it down to their level so that they can actually understand what exactly is happening. Because I've noticed recently the rise of like anti-intellectualism, people saying it's okay to not know, whatever they don't see doesn't really matter. So I just think this would be part of a broader effort to combat that and just keep people more in the loop with regards to stuff and develop like a passion for these kind of things.
All right. So you are a tertiary student. So do you have any ideas and thoughts about how to get more tertiary, or even if not tertiary, but students and youth more engaged in this kind of content and issues?
Yes, so as a tertiary student myself, I'm assuming that at most other tertiary institutions, they're going to have respective environmental clubs. They could do the steps to join those. I myself am the president of my school's environmental and sustainability club. And typically, in those societies and organizations, they discuss and they allow for rooms of just general engagement with the discussions of these kind of topics. So I think that can be quite beneficial for the youth. And even if you're not in a tertiary institution, you can still at least find, there's so many videos on YouTube about it, or just random niche organizations.
Okay, I like that response. So does your club have any plans in relation to the high seas treaty and spreading information or any activities around that?
Yes, we have actually partnered with them in the past, and we've actually had several members of the High Seas Alliance come and actually do presentations for our club online in the past. And going forward, we're looking to do more collaboration with them in terms of possibly doing vox pops for them on certain topics and just interviewing random students. And just through us interviewing the random students, we'll at least spread information on certain things through posting it on social media that the youth are more likely to interact with.
All right. Well, thanks for sharing all of that with us. And I think it's definitely a testament to the fact that young people are on the front lines of climate and environment action. And it's really encouraging to see the kind of investment, leadership, and enthusiasm for these critical issues around the high seas treaty and matters of global ocean conservation. So thanks again, Aryan, for sharing.
Yes.